speaking with prompts. So you are able to speak now, okay? And when I ask you questions which are related to you, you can answer for those questions very well. But you get tongue tied when it comes to talking about other things, right? Which are not very familiar to you. Okay, so let's get comfortable using with that concept, so that you're comfortable speaking anything or everything when it comes to speaking, right? Okay. Okay, could you please read the objectives? What are we going to read today?
One. Understanding speaking skills. How to improve speaking skills. Learn to speak with prompts.
Okay, this is what we are going to be learning today: understanding speaking skills. So what exactly speaking skills are, and how can you improve that, and how can you learn to speak with learn to speak about anything or everything. Okay, then please read the objectives. So why are you learning this? Can you please read that?
To understand speaking as a language skill.
Yes.
To enhance, to enhance public speaking skills.
Right, and how are we going to learn this?
Understanding the theory related to the topic.
Yes.
Individual and group activities.
Right, and
Post-class
some,
assignments.
yeah, post class assignments would be provided to you. Okay, any doubt? Right. So okay, so I want you to attempt this activity. So I want you to, what I need you to do is, I want you to be as spontaneous and natural. Like, don't think too much when it comes to answering for these questions. Okay, so what is the best time of the day for you? Can you answer that?
Playing with my data.
Okay, say full length sentence structures.
In my whole day, playing with my daughter is my
Yeah.
best time of the day.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Then what is the funniest thing that has happened to you? Can you think of any instance?
Okay, actually, in my work,
Hmm.
some higher officials come to check my warehouse and they don't know me. I am the manager
Okay.
in that warehouse. Look, me looks like a very small kid. So,
Okay.
so
Yeah, so
they,
they mistook you for someone else and you were actually the manager. Yeah, so that's
yes,
funny. Okay. The person I would most like to meet. So the person who you would most like to meet. Who's that person?
my my mother
Okay. Okay.
and my wife.
Okay. So, but do you meet, are you able to meet them, on a daily basis? Right? So mention a person who you're not able to, meet, like you're not able to meet, then you would really like to meet that person. That person I'm looking for.
My friend he stays in Qatar, other country.
He stays in other country. Okay, right. The best time you have ever had.
Playing with my daughter.
Okay, all right. The most exciting event in your life.
Maybe my marriage.
Okay, right. That's valid. Okay. All right. So let's understand what really speaking skills are. Okay. So I want you to watch this video, right? And this is a video of Priyanka Chopra. Okay. Of giving an interview about her career. So watch and listen carefully how she's actually giving the speech. Okay.
Okay.
I have to be very honest that when I was 17 and 18, when I became, respectively, when I became Miss India and Miss World, it was the beginning of me even entertaining the idea of show business in my head because I wanted to be an engineer. I was a physics math student. I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer. I wanted to build planes. I wanted to be in NASA. I come from an extremely academic family. No one in my wildest dreams in my family had imagined show business as a career. My grandmother, in fact, still asked me till about 10 years ago, "What do you do?" So I said, "I'm an actor." "Yeah, yeah, but what do you like? What's
What
your
does that
job?"
mean?
Yeah, trust an Indian grandmother to ask you that. But so what changed with me when I became Miss World, which happened in London actually, it gave me a sense of self. When I was a teenager, I had a lot of self-esteem issues like most teenagers do, you know. You don't know what's happening with you. You don't know what your body is going through. You don't know. I was gawky. My hair was all funny and frizzy, and I didn't know what to do with it. I had so much of it. Yeah, and like I hated braids, and my mom would make them, and so I had all of those issues even when I was in America. I went to high school in America, and I was very confused with who I was and what I was supposed to be. I was bullied in school a little bit, not by everyone.
Right. So, did you watch, did you listen carefully how she was narrating, her whole career? Okay. So, I have paused this video in the middle, but I think you've got the hang of it, right? What
I
she
have
was
to be
actually
very
trying
honest.
to say. Okay. So, now here is a video of a nurse who wishes to seek a job in the Gulf. Okay. And now I want you to watch and listen how, very carefully that how she is actually speaking and notice the difference between Priyanka Chopra and this girl or this woman. Okay.
Please look in front of you. The camera is here, right here in front. So please look straight into the camera. Yeah, that's right. Look into the camera. Give us an introduction of yourself. What is your name?
Mary Sebastian.
Okay, Mary. Now, can you tell me something about yourself?
I am nurse.
Okay, that's nice. So, how many years of experience do you have?
5.
Would you like to tell me a little more about that?
Okay. So, what differences do you notice? Can you please tell me?
This week had been my first class. Only she think question answers first.
Right. Right. So, she's not very comfortable using
Comfort.
this language. Right. I think she's a South Indian also. Right. So, she's not very comfortable and she's speaking answers. She's giving away answers in only one word. She's not speaking full sentences.
Yes,
Right.
yes or
So,
no?
sorry,
Yes or no?
I did
Yes
not
or
get.
no? Yes or no answers she thinks
Yes,
only.
yes or no answer she's saying, right? So when you're actually speaking, you should be including full length sentence structures in your answer rather than speaking or, answering for just one word. And you should have confidence when you're talking. Okay, you should appear passionate. You should appear confident. You should be expressive while you are talking. Okay, that is what speaking skills are all about. Okay. Okay, so how can you improve on those speaking skills, right? So watch films and movies. I think this is already told to you, right? I think many number of times I've told you to watch films and movies more related to English content. Watch, listen to radios and podcasts. Do you listen to those on Spotify podcasts? They are very good source of knowledge, okay, because they use formal English. Okay, in many of the podcasts you will see usage of formal English, which is helpful for you to improve on your business communication skills particularly. Okay, and you just get the idea how to narrate or how to be speaking, and the more comfortable you are while you're listening, the more you would be, the more comfortable, and the more you listen to English content, the more you would be producing it in your speech, right? Okay, and you can also listen to some public speaking videos, just how we watch Priyanka Chopra's videos. You can watch other TED videos also, TED Talk videos you can watch on YouTube. Okay, and I think you're already on to reading a book or a novel. Which one is that?
Sadhguru.
Sadhguru. Okay, so that's good. Okay, read books and novels because uh, those pages or those chapters which are written, you get the idea how to make a sentence, how and what exactly effective writing is. Okay, how to make complex sentences. So the more you read, the more you listen, or the more you watch these contents, you would be getting comfortable with this language a lot. Okay, so please expose yourself to this language by all these methods. Okay, yeah, let's talk about what mind maps, building vocabulary, and listening exercises are. I will just give you one simple exercise of a mind map. Okay, see, mind maps is what they actually do. Can you read under mind maps, please?
Mind map helps create more organized networks, so it's easier to manage your vocabulary list.
Okay, I'll do one simple exercise with you. Can you write about your favorite food? Whatever that comes to your mind about your favorite food. Okay, just write down that and I'll give you like 40 seconds or 50 seconds. Try to visualize the information which you're writing.
Okay.
Okay, done?
Yes.
Take a picture of what you've written and send it to me.
Actually, I am writing in rough.
It's okay. I've also written in rough and my writing is very bad. You can help me, understand what you've written.
Okay. I told you speech with speech.
Okay. What have you written as your first point?
I am mostly eating like a bird.
Mostly
Eating like a bird.
like a
Bird.
bird.
B-I-R-D.
Okay,
Yes.
bird. Okay.
I
Then
am very interested to eat pulohora. You know, pulohora.
you're interested to eat flora.
Oh, lemon rice.
Lemon rice. Okay. Okay.
It is, it is, it is the best.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
it
Then
is
what
my,
have you written?
it is all time my best dish.
Okay, best dish. Okay. See, what we just did was a brainstorming exercise. Okay. Now that you have written down your ideas, okay, like you don't actually have to write. You can create mind maps in your head also. You can, if I give you a topic, just think about whatever that comes to your mind first. Okay. Then organize your thoughts. Okay. So if you have written about, lemon rice. So if I asked you about your favorite food, so you can mention lemon rice in the very beginning, and then you can mention why is it the best dish, right? You can say something about that, and you can just mention one or two interesting factors or interesting instances which you can think which are related to lemon rice. Like I have been having it since childhood, or this is my grandmother or my mother used to make it for me all the time. Whenever I feel upset, I would always ask my mother to make lemon rice for me. You can say something like this. So this is like a mind mapping thing which you're doing. Okay, brainstorming ideas and then organization of the thoughts. Okay, so this is what this what mind mapping is all about. Organized networks. Okay, then building vocabulary. So whenever it comes to if I ask you some question which is related to music, okay, so you should be having vocabulary like you can say verses or what is a bridge, what is some musical instruments like guitar, piano, or some vocabulary related to music, which is like maestro, something like that. Okay, so that you have something to speak about that particular context. Okay, so building vocabulary, I've already told you how you can do that. Okay, so the same very techniques, films, right? Reading, all these things. Okay, then listening exercises. Listening exercises, with the help of listening, you get to learn the aspects of pronunciation, grammar, fluency. Okay, and you get an idea how you should be speaking this language. Okay, so if we forget about English and if we try to learn French, so the more we see people speaking French, actually the more we would be getting an idea how to pronounce particular words, how to what exactly is what exactly is the pronunciation which I need to be using for that particular word, right? So same goes for English. Okay, so the more you listen, the more you would be working on pronunciation, grammar, as well as fluency, and you would be producing it in your speech eventually. Okay, any doubts so far?
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 second. Yeah. So let's talk about making the first impression at work, okay, and otherwise. So I think we have already kind of done this exercise, right? Where I asked you to send me a recording so that you're, as if you're appearing for an interview, okay? So, like, as a known fact, English assessment during an interview is a mandatory happening. So this is why communication skills, in having English communication skills have become very important these days, because whenever the other person is asking for an introduction, actually what that person is doing is your getting an idea about your command over English. That is actually, that has become the main and sole reason, apart from knowing exactly, apart from knowing obviously where you're from, or what exactly are your educational background, what exactly is your education background. So apart from knowing that, the examiner is the other person, or the interviewer is also looking for your communication skills, and you can display it in your very introduction itself. Okay, so that is like the first impression which you can make. Okay, then make sure that your introduction is well crafted and compelling. Okay, so if the question says like tell me about yourself, so you should have it cannot be like you're answering for that question right when you're appearing for the interview. You need to prepare for the interview first, and this is like a common question which is going to be asked by everyone. Tell me about yourself. Okay, so use some adjectives. Okay, don't try to use don't try to overdo when it comes to giving an interview. Like don't be like, don't praise yourself too much, right? So give a compelling introduction. You should talk about, you should not be undermining yourself, but you should not be also overdoing it. Okay, so you should stay in the middle, and just give what exact qualities do you actually possess. You should mention about that. Okay, so yeah, keep in mind the following points when the question is being asked. When the question looks like, tell me a little bit about yourself. So can you please read this bullet point?
If you have been contacted before by your interviewer, you could start with, "It's nice to finally meet you, Professor." If not, you can start by telling your name and city and talk about your work experience.
Okay, so if the interviewer has already contacted you, you can use this phrase. Otherwise, you can just start by telling your name. Okay, so my name is this. I am I hail from you can say Hyderabad, and talk about your work experience. Then this is how you can begin, whether you already had a conversation with the interviewer or not. Okay, so all the two both the alternatives are given to you. Okay, and then alternatively, you can also start by saying, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. This is like the common beginning which you can have for your talk. Okay, any doubts so far? Okay, Yes. Then continue by talking about your relevant experiences. Okay. So whatever experiences which you have had, like you have been, I'm forgetting, manager, right? So yeah. So talk about that. Okay. Then what makes you a good fit for the position? So this comes with your research about the company. So why exactly are you applying for that job, and why should the interviewer choose you? You should give the interviewer a chance to, to opportunity to pick you as a, as the final candidate for that job position or for that job profile. Okay, and mention your relevant professional information. So whatever information you have regarding that job role, you can mention that, and you please tell, at the end, always tell why it could be, actually beneficial for them if they end up choosing you, right? So how you could be an asset. So you can say that I am, I'm very good in, I have relevant experience in, bringing up the sales of this job. So I can, I've contributed to this factor in my previous company. So I can use the same experience and provide a positive, difference to your company as well. You can say it like that. Okay. And at the end, whenever you're introducing, so always tell why you're interested in that job profile. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now that you have seen an interview scenario, let's see how you can organize your thoughts a little better. So what's the ideal approach to tackling questions like tell me about yourself during interviews, and how you can do mind mapping about that? Okay, can you read the first box, please?
Visual representation of information for better retention.
Okay. Whenever you are, whenever you're coming across any topic to speak about, the more you visualize it, okay, like, if I give an example, you talked about lemon rice, right? So the more you visualize having lemon rice and how do you feel about that, the more things you would be having to talk about. Okay. Same goes for interviews. So, your information about that field, about that area of expertise, you need to have information and visualize that information. Okay, so I was doing this job, and I could, I could help in achieving this in my previous company. So visualize that, and whatever information which is, which is related to that question. Okay, so visualizing things helps you in better retention. Like when you are, let's say if you are watching a movie, okay, and you've come across a new word, right? So you know the context in which that word is to be used. You would be, you would be researching, or you're doing some research about the meat to find out the meaning of that word, right? So you will be retaining that word in your memory, how that word was spoken in that dialogue in the movie, right? That is what visualization and retention is all about. Okay, so the more you visualize, the more you would be retaining it in your memory, and make the act of speaking much easier during interviews. So this is what actually helps you in speaking. A mind map helps eliminate issues that are specific to an individual. See, when you are actually, when you've actually given a question a thought, and then when you're finally speaking about it, you would be eliminating issues like fluency. You would be eliminating issues like, lack of words, or running out of words to talk about that particular topic, right? Because you've already given it a thought, you know what to speak, you just need to now, speak about it, right? So this is how mind mapping can help. Okay, and so yeah, so visualize. Okay, then you would be having, you would find it much easier to talk. Then a mind map helps you in eliminating the issues which are specific, and new and complex ideas are reduced to simple words and categories. Like even if some topic is very complex, okay, you would be able to talk about it, and you would feel as if it's a piece of cake, as if it's very easy to talk about. Okay, this is how mind mapping can help. second. Okay, so let's do this activity to get a better idea about mind mapping. So consider yourself in a situation where you have an interview for a managerial role. Okay, something which is, relatable to you. So create a mind map for a self-introduction during an interview. Okay, so you're trying to introduce yourself and use the mind map to introduce yourself. So you can begin with your name. Okay, you can begin with your history. What else would you talk? I'll just keep writing. You can please tell me whatever that comes to your mind. When I say visualize, think as if you're sitting in the interview. What's better to mention when you are appearing in the interview? Apart from your history, what other thing will you write? Will you mention in the interview?
Work experience.
Okay. Then what else can you mention?
Work attitude.
Work attitude. Okay. Then anything other?
Why I am fitting this role.
Yes. Why I fit this role. Okay, then
How to manage
hmm. Okay, how to manage, you can say a
job
team,
role.
yeah, a role or a team. Anything else? Okay, you can also talk about where you come from. Okay, what else can you mention?
Study.
Sorry,
Study.
study is that comes under history. You can mention about your strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Okay, and if you remember, I told you whenever you mention your weaknesses, present it in a way that they actually appear as strengths towards the end. Okay, I
Okay.
think I told you this in the
Yes. Yes.
in the
Yes.
previously also. Okay, so now you have some some things to talk about. I want you to now number which one feels right to mention the first, and which one feels right to like organization. So this is like brainstorming. Now I want you to organize this talk. So okay, you can begin with your name. This is like the first thing, right? So I'll put first over here. Then second,
Where are you from?
yes, where you come from. Yes, good. This should be second. Then
Work experience.
mm, okay. Then
Work attitude.
okay, what about history?
Okay. History.
Okay, I think it should be the fourth one.
Okay.
Okay, then
History means all of these in history.
history means your educational background, right?
Um,
What degrees or what
Maybe
is
history. History third one.
okay, history you should say okay. I'll make it 3 and this 4.
Four.
Okay. What else?
What attitude?
Okay.
How to fit this role?
How?
Why
Okay. Why I fit?
I
Okay.
fit? How to manage a team?
Yes. Good.
Strength.
Yes. Good. Towards the end, mention your strengths and weaknesses, and you can also mention some hobbies of yours. Okay, that is also you can mention. So will this mind, by creating this mind map, you will have better structure to talk about your introduction. I want you to please take screenshot of this and attempt this, you know, done.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So then let's talk about vocabulary and why it's important for you to have vocabulary. So a robust vocabulary improves all areas of communication, right? Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So these are the ways of, ways in which you can expand your vocabulary. A good vocabulary enables you to express yourself better. Because you would be having better words, right? You would be having some vocabulary with you so that you're able to speak about that topic which you're wanting to speak about. So that is how knowledge of vocabulary or awareness of vocabulary can help you in attaining speaking skills as well as fluency. So advanced vocabulary. Now let's talk about advanced vocabulary. So this facilitates deep thinking and also helps you stand out from the crowd. Okay, so how can you appear different from the rest of the candidates? Okay, when you're using some advanced vocabulary. Okay, because the exam, this is like a chance to impress the interviewer. Okay. Yes. Okay, so okay, knowing the lingo of corporate world is like a vital to growing in your career. So you should know some vocabulary related to when it comes to business. Okay, so let's try to guess the answer from your knowledge. Okay, so okay, what would be the unique selling point if you are appearing for a role of a manager? How can you stand out differently?
Com- Compare with other
Yes,
products.
yes.
What is the main best quality or something?
Hmm. Yes. And since you mentioned about, how you can lead a team, how you can manage a team. So that would be your unique selling point. Okay. Yeah. Just 1 second. Hmm. Can you please read?
A, a feature that makes a product or service stand out from its competitors, such as lowest price, highest quality, best design.
Okay. So this we are talking about both product or even people when it comes to quality, right? So unique selling point. So this is like more of a consumerism based thing, right? So when you are trying to sell a product, the uniqueness of that product would be how it's stands out, okay, from the rest of its competitors. Okay, so if you use a particular a particular cream. Okay, so why do you use that? Okay, what is so special about it and how is it different from the rest and why are you so drawn towards it? So you must be having some reasons, and that is how that particular company has sold its product to you. Okay, yeah. Then thought shower, can you read this?
A method of problem solving which involves a group discussion and sharing of ideas.
Right, so this is what thought shower is like. You are when you are in taking part in a meeting or in a discussion. So the more you discuss, the more you share ideas, you would be developing the skill of problem solving, okay, or analytical thinking. All these come under this creative thinking, okay, because you're trying to sell the product, so you are coming up with ideas. How can you do it better? Okay. Please read this also. So, how can you touch base? What do you understand by touch base?
A phrase that means to get back in touch or to get in contact with.
Okay, so that is what touch base is all about. So that means that you're getting back in touch or you get in contact with someone or something to sell that product. Okay, then what do you understand by core? Can you read?
An adjective that is often overused in the business world. It means main, primary, or most important.
Okay, so core means, okay, what is the core topic of the meeting? What is the core selling point of that product? So what do I mean by core? Core means something which is the main or primary thing about that thing. Okay, then loop. What do you understand by loop?
When someone is unaware of something, like a topic, decision, etc., we say they are out of the.
Okay, so they are out of the loop, you can say. Loop means, when you are not aware about what is happening. Okay, so that is when you are in a loop. Okay, so these are all business expressions and these are used a lot in corporate world. Okay, so just revise, just a second. Unique selling point, you know what that is now, right? Thought shower, you know what this now is, right? Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay, good. Then touch base, core and loop. Any doubt in these three expressions? Okay, good. Okay, then language acquisition through listening. So how can you improve your language while listening? So as I've told you before, so listening skill is the most important skill if you are looking forward to improve your language ability. It is only by listening to others that you recognize the areas that you need to improve upon. Okay, so if you noticed, that Priyanka Chopra and nurse, the woman who was appearing for an interview for a nurse, right? So the major difference in both of these talks were that the one was confident, the other one was not, right? The one was more comfortable using the language, the other one was somewhat new to using that language, right? And one did not have much knowledge about that, the other one had, and it all comes with pronunciation and vocabulary and sentence structures. So we have been working a lot, quite a while from all these classes. So now let's take it up a notch and improve even better. So you're sort of comfortable with simple sentences. Now try to make complex sentences. Okay, so here are a few activities that will help you improve your listening and speaking skills. Okay, so whenever you watch a movie or whenever you listen to something, or even if you're reading a book, try to summarize it in your own words. Okay, that is that is where your retention comes into play. So how much have you understood from what you have seen or what you have read or what you've listened to, right? And when you summarize, you're actually working on your speaking skills because you already have words to talk about. You can take it up, you can take the words from the book or from that scene or from that listening audio which you have listened to. Then all you need to do is use it in your speaking. Okay, produce it in your speech. Okay, so I want you to just watch this scene. Okay, and I want you to summarize the events. So this is a scene from Guardians of the Galaxy. So observe what is happening in the video and summarize this scene once we are done with this. Okay, so listen very carefully. Okay.
Oh, my new friends. Before creation itself, there were 6 singularities. Then the universe exploded into existence, and the remnants of these systems were forged into concentrated ingots. Infinity Stone. These stones, it seems, can only be brandished by beings of extraordinary strength. Observe. These carriers can use the stone to mow down entire civilizations like wheat in a field.
There's a little pea coming out of me right now.
Once for a moment, a group was able to share the energy amongst themselves, but even they were quickly destroyed by it. Beautiful. Beyond compare.
Blah, blah, blah. We're all very fascinated, Whitey, but we'd like to get paid.
How would you like to get paid?
What do you think, fancy man? Units!
Very well then.
Karina, stand back.
I will no longer be your slave!
No!
What the?
Oh, my new friends.
Yes. Could you summarize it for me, please?
That man,
Take a moment and then begin to speak.
okay. That man talking about some stones,
Hmm.
what they having specification,
Hmm.
how to use that stones, how to destroy the something.
Okay. How to destroy something, and they were having specification, right? And some men were talking about some infinity stone, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Then
and that girl stolen that stone,
the girl had stolen. Okay.
had stolen.
Hmm.
It destroy the lab.
And destroyed the lab. Yes.
The lab.
Okay. Yeah. So try to speak even more, but good attempt for start. Okay. Not bad at all.
Patrick, thanks so much for looking after Courtney.
Now, can you summarize this? Okay, so this is a scene from an American movie, Psycho, American Psycho. Okay, so observe what is happening and summarize the scene once you finish. Okay.
Patrick, thanks so much for looking after Courtney.
Okay, can you please summarize the scene?
Yeah, actually, they all are sitting in the conference room
Hmm.
and talking about something,
Yeah.
and someone interested in other suit dress.
Someone is interested. Yes.
Someone is interested in, and praise.
Hmm.
regime,
Okay.
and all are showing her visiting card.
All
They
are showing her
showing
visiting card. Is this correct?
their
Their visiting card.
their
Good.
visiting card. All are wanted to be a vice president, I think so. So
All want. Okay. All are
all are
wanting. You can say.
all are want be a vice president,
All want to be.
want to be vice president.
Yes.
So all are printed their visiting cards with vice president
All
designation.
have printed. Okay. All have printed. Then good. But what was this person feeling by seeing all these
But
visiting
but
cards?
someone feeling very exhausted.
Hmm.
They think only I am the vice president.
Right. So yeah, he's the picture is also called American Psycho. So this person is disturbed psychologically. Okay, so he's not a very good kind of a person. So yeah, just one second. Okay, so okay, let's learn to how you can speak with prompts and what exactly do you mean by prompts. Okay, so since I told you this, I gave you this feedback in the review class also, right? That you're in the very beginning of this class also, that you are very well able to speak when it comes to speaking about you. When I'm asking you questions which are related to you, okay, but when it comes to unfamiliar topic, so how can you speak better with those? Okay, so how can you get better at it? So this is what the major focus of this class is. Okay, so different types of prompts could be there could be a flashcard or a cue card that would be given to you. Then you can also have some keywords or some questions. Okay, then it could be in the form of audio, songs, podcasts, or speeches, or videos, films, documentaries. So just how we did, right? So prompts are stimuli that a teacher uses to get learners to give a response using the target language. Okay, so prompts can be visual, spoken, or written. So I can just how we watch that scene. So that was like a visual prompt. I was prompting you to speak about the summary of that video.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, just one second. Okay, let's put what we have learned into practice now. Okay. Now I want you to pick a character of your choice and just enact the situation to me. You can pick any character, any movie character that comes to your mind, or any person which you know, and just enact a situation to me. Okay, so create mind maps. Okay, and just when you're trying to argue, like when you're trying to present your arguments, so this helps you in making it easier and more streamlined. So okay, let's say you are Narendra Modi, okay, and you have been invited to an interview along with Vladimir Putin, which is the Russian president, okay, to discuss about how Russia-Ukraine conflict will have global consequences. Okay, you can either choose this topic, or you can also choose, that you have Elon Musk, and you have been invited to a TV show along with Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg, do you know who she is? No, but are you aware about the Russian president?
Yes.
I think you can speak better about the first one then.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So think about this. Okay, visualize yourself as Narendra Modi and visualize as if you are attending a meeting with Vladimir Putin. Okay, and what things would you discuss about the Russia-Ukraine conflict and how can it have global consequences? Okay, yeah. Take a moment, make a mind map first. Okay, don't write. Even if you want to write, just write the keywords for now. Okay, but eventually you have to stop using this also. Okay, get better at mind mapping.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I am Narendra Modi.
Yeah. I'll become Putin, Vladimir Putin. Okay. You
Okay.
become Narendra Modi. Now let's have the discussion.
Hi, welcome to interview. Hi, Putin. Welcome to interview. Thank you for having this interview.
Hmm. Okay. So, okay, what are your thoughts about the war?
Wow. In my opinion, the war is not correct in this present situation. It's what something about war. Must He must infect of all world increase oil rates and edible oils, eating oil,
Hmm. It has led to increase of prices of
prices
oil
of crude oils and food
yes
oils, edible oil,
all over the world. Yes.
and yes, and also someone interfere in this world. It take to be a world 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 War III.
Yes.
It's not good for our world. It's in- effect of our weather and our peoples.
Hmm.
So so it is correct to stop the. This is the right time to stop the war. I think
Okay.
so.
Good talk. Okay. Yeah. So help, visualizing yourself as Narendra Modi, did it help? Right? And visualizing all these things about war. You could mention about crude oil, increase in the oil prices throughout the world. So yeah, that was good point to mention. Okay. So yeah, work even better towards enacting the situation and creating mind maps. And I actually appreciate that you did not write anything at all and that you are thinking and creating mind map in your head. Okay, so that's appreciable. Okay. So let's describe your ideal company now. Okay, so use words from this table. Okay, so you're required to talk about various qualities that you would want in a company for it to be flawless. Okay, so let's say you are opening a company. So what, all these adjectives, what adjectives would you like your company to have? Okay, so students are required to use business jargon given below during the conversation. So you have to use these words which are there given to you on the table. Okay, so yeah, now please tell me what qualities should a company possess so that it is flawless.
Empower,
Okay, what about empower? How can it help a company to be flawless?
empower. All employees are giving their best effort to empower the company.
Okay, so you are empowering all the employees, and how can it be better for company?
Trusting employees,
Okay, so you can gain the trust of the employees, you can say. Okay, can you use any other business expression?
growth hacking,
Okay,
ideation,
hmm.
4 values.
Okay. Yeah. So how can it be helpful?
4 values. Respect to other employees.
Yes.
To management, they want respect their position.
They can earn the respect from from others or from their employees. Yes. Okay. Work better towards using all these expressions. Okay. If you want, you can take
Actually,
screenshot of this.
actually, I don't know meaning with other words.
But please try to find. Okay. That's why. So I'm
Okay.
asking you to take screenshot of this picture. Okay. So refer to the dictionary which has been told to you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just second, I don't get.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And this is like another thing, same thing, watch and learn. Okay. So let's just watch this scene. I hope you're comfortable extending the session to just 5 minutes. That's
No
okay.
problem.